Shalom, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello judges and friends, my name is Harigatni Vecera Lutermas and I'm from SMP Katolik Timur Malang. Today I'm going to tell you a story from Germany with the title, The Four Clever Brothers. Are you ready? I hope you enjoy. I'm a poor man who has four sons. They have grown up in all our economic shortcomings. One day, I assigned them to try the luck to the outside world. Dear children, I have nothing to give you. So you must go out into the wide world and try your luck. Begin by learning some craft or another and see how you can get on. So my four children then pick up their walking sticks in their hands, their little bundles in their shoulders, and after bidding goodbye to me, they went out at the gate together. When they reached four crossways, each leading to a different country, then the eldest said, "Here we must part, but in 4 years we will return to this place again, and in the meantime, each of us must try what he can do for himself." Then my four sons went his way to learn to be the best according to his skills. The eldest became the cunningest and cleverest that ever was. The second brother became such a skillful stargazer. He was given a glass that could see all that passed in the sky and on earth by his master when he returned home. With that glass, there is nothing to hide from the stargazer. My third child became a hunter and was very clever in the craft of the woods. He was given a bow by his master that could hit anything, while the youngest became a tailor. When he came home, the master gave him a needle and said, "You can sew anything with this, be it as soft as an egg, as hard as a steel, and the joint will be so fine that no seam will be seen." Everyone, after 4 years at the agreed time, my four children met at the four crossroads. They greeted each other and went back to my home. When they arrived at home, they told me everything that had happened to them and how each of them had learned some craft excitedly. One day, when they were sitting before the house under a very, very tall tree, I said to them, "I want to try what each of you can do in this way." Then I looked up and said to my second son, "At the top of the tree, there is a chaffin's nest. Tell me how many eggs there are in it." So the stargazer then picked up his glass, looked up and said, "5." Then I said to my eldest son, "Now take away the eggs under the bird without the bird knowing." So the cunning thief then climbed a tree and brought me the 5 eggs under the bird without disturbing the bird. I took the eggs and placed each on the corner of the table, while 5 in the middle, and said to my third son, "Now cut all the eggs into pieces at once." So the huntsman then picked up his bow and at the one shot, cut all the eggs as I wished. "Now it's your turn," I said to my fourth son. "Sew all the eggs and the young birds in them neatly so that the shot won't hurt them." So the young tailor then picked up his needle and started to sew all the eggs as I told. When he had done, the eggs were laid back by thief under the bird unnoticed. A few days later, the eggs hatched and the chicken crawled out. They had only a little red streak across their necks where the tailor already sewed them together. I said to my son, "Well done, my sons. You've made a good use of your time by learning something worth knowing. But I don't know which one should get the reward. Oh, that the time might soon come to you to return your skill to some account." Not long after that, there was a great bustle in the country where we lived. The king's daughter had been carried off by a mighty dragon, and the king was mourned over his lost day and night. Then the king informed that whoever brought the princess back to him, she'll get her for a wife. Then my 4 sons said to each other, "Here is our chance to try what we can do." And they agreed. So the stargazer then figured out the princess' position through his glass and shouted, "I see her afar off." The princess was sitting upon a rock and the dragon was guarding her. Then my 4 sons went to king to ask for a ship. They sailed together to the princess' place. There, they found the princess was sitting upon a rock and the dragon was lying asleep with his head on her lap. "I dare to not shoot at him," said the huntsman, "or the princess would also be killed." Then the thief said, "In that case, I'll try my skill." He went and told the princess quietly that the dragon didn't know but went on snoring. After succeeding, they rushed to the ship using a boat. But suddenly, the dragon roared behind them. Roar! Roar! The dragon climbed into the boat and wanted to punch upon them and carry off the princess. Then the huntsman then picked up his bow and at the one shot hit the dragon hard until it fell down and died. But they were still not safe yet. The great dragon fell into the sea and overset the boat. So they had to swim in the open sea using a few planks. Then the tailor then picked up his needle and started to sew all the pieces of planks together. They reached ship and got home safely. My 4 sons then brought the princess to the king. Happily, the king said to them, "One of you shall marry her, but you have to settle among yourself which is to be." So there was a fight among them. The stargazer said, "If I didn't find the princess, all your skills were useless, so the princess is mine." "You wouldn't be useful," said a thief, "because I'm the one who take away the princess from the dragon quietly, so she is mine." "No, she's mine," said the tailor, "because if I didn't sew the planks, you all will drown, so she is mine." "No, the princess is mine, because if I didn't kill the dragon will tear you and princess into pieces, so the princess is mine." Then the king said to them, "All of you right, but since all cannot have the princess, I will give you a half of the kingdom as your reward for your skills." Then my 4 sons agreed. The king gave them a half of the kingdom. Finally, they lived happily ever after. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all my story. The moral value of this story is to make good use of your time and try to retune your skill to something more useful. Respect for your brother, respect for your father, and do not destroy the brotherhood with quarrels. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye!